You guys, I want to tell you something that's going to sound way too simple to be true. The reason that you freeze when the pressure goes up, when the stakes get high, the reason that your brain goes completely blank when that happens has almost nothing to do with what you know, but it has everything to do with what your body is doing. And I can fix it in 2 minutes. Welcome to Peak Performance Mindset. I'm Megan DeVito, a performance mindset coach, a swim coach, and somebody who believes that your mental game drives everything. Today, we are talking about posture. And before you roll your eyes at me, I get it. And I know what you're thinking. Megan, this isn't second grade. I know I need to stand up tall. I know I need to pull my shoulders back. My mom used to tell me that too. But this isn't about looking professional. This isn't what your mom told you at the dinner table. This is about your nervous system and what the signals your body sends do directly to your brain when you're under pressure. Think about how much time you spend like this. Pretend like my phone's in my hand. Head down, your chest caved in, curled into yourself like one of those little rolly bugs that you find outside. We do this all day long at our desks, on our phones, in our cars. And what the research tells us is that this posture alone is just one of the physical positions that can produce genuine feelings of anxiety and depression just from the way we're sitting. Not because something bad happened, not because you have something to worry about, just because of how your body is positioned. So when you walk into that conference room already carrying 3 hours of that posture, you've already told your nervous system a story, and it's not a good one. Here's what I want you to understand about what's happening inside your body when this kind of pressure hits. When that stress goes up, when your brain goes into survival mode, when you're in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, your prefrontal cortex, this part of your brain right here, the part that's responsible for clear thinking, for composure, for finding the right words, it totally shuts off. Your brain is too busy trying to keep you alive to help you articulate that Q3 strategy that you need to make. And I know that sounds dramatic, but this is basic physiology. It's not something that's wrong with you. It's not a confidence problem. It's your body doing exactly what it was designed to do. Now, here's where posture comes in. Your body and your nervous system are in constant conversation with one another. And slumped, closed off postures are sending your body a signal that says, there's a threat, get ready because something terrible is going to happen. You're already bracing for something to go wrong without knowing it before anybody's even asked you a question. But on the flip side, and this is where it gets really interesting, when you sit tall, shoulders back, pull your head up, chest open, looking at people, your heart rate actually drops. Your nervous system says, everything's fine, I'm safe. And suddenly, it's easier to think. It's easier to speak. It's easier to be the version of yourself that you actually are and that you want to present to the people who you are trying to speak to. Your posture isn't just about your appearance. It's not just about not walking around like this. It's about who you are and what you're presenting to the world. It's literally regulating your nervous system in real time. Now, I want to take this one step further because there's something even more specific going on. And this happens with your face. There's a concept called the facial feedback hypothesis. And what it says is that your facial expressions don't just reflect what you're feeling, they actually create your feelings. And I know that sounds backwards. Like I would smile if I was happy, but what we think, like something happens, I feel a feeling, and then my face shows it, isn't necessarily true. Research actually shows that it works both ways. Here's a really specific example I want you to try right now. Make an angry face. No, I'm serious. Pull your eyebrows together, punch your jaw, tighten everything in your face. Did you know that making that face alone will increase your heart rate. It can go up by 10 to 12 beats per minute. Nothing happened. No stressful situation. You're not even really angry. It was just your facial expression. Think about what that means for you when you're in a high stakes meeting. If you're sitting there, tight face, jaw clenched, your brows are furrowed because you're so focused on not messing up, you are literally creating the emotional and physical state of anxiety in real time on accident. Your face is telling your nervous system that something is very wrong. So now I want to flip it. Soften your expression, unclench your jaw. Let it hang open just a little. Lift the corners of your mouth and just a little smile. I'm not telling you to walk into a boardroom with a giant fake clown smile. I'm just saying, be calm with your face first, even if you don't feel it in your body, because that relaxed, open expression sends something completely different to your nervous system. And that changes how you show up. Okay, we've talked about what your posture is doing to your nervous system. We've talked about what your face is doing to your emotions. Now, let's talk about what you can actually do before your next big meeting or big performance. If you've not seen Amy Cuddy's TED Talk, you can find her on YouTube. It's one of the most viewed TED Talks of all time. Her research on power posing showed that spending 2 minutes in an expansive, open, take up space posture before a high stakes event actually changes your hormonal response. You're more confident. Your cortisol goes down. You know that scene in Ted Lasso where she goes, do that. It's a real thing. I'm not sending you into the conference room to stand like Wonder Woman, although honestly, that would be kind of badass if you want to. Just go in, find a private bathroom stall, and go be Wonder Woman for a minute. I 100% endorse this. What I actually want you to do, 2 minutes before your next meeting, your next presentation, whatever that is, find someplace private. Stand up, pull your shoulders back, lift your chest, stand tall, like there's a string on top of your head, pulling your head straight up toward the ceiling. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Let your face be calm. That's it. That's the 2-minute fix. And what you're doing in those 2 minutes is just feeling more confident. You're literally resetting your nervous system before you walk into the room. You're telling your brain, we're good, we're safe, we've got this. And then you walk in regulated. And regulated people communicate with conviction. They take up space, they lead. Here's what I want you to hear. All of this, the posture, the facial feedback, that power pose, this is the physical layer of executive presence. This is how you access it in your body. I did an entire episode on what executive presence is and why you lose it under pressure. And in that episode, I laid out 5 pillars for how you can build your executive presence. Pillar 1 is regulating your nervous system. And everything we talked about today is your toolkit for doing exactly that. If you haven't seen that episode yet, I'm linking it right here in the description. Watch that video next because today is the how and that episode is the why. Together, they're going to completely change how you show up under pressure. And if you want to know exactly where your executive presence is breaking down, not in theory, but specifically for you, I have a free performance audit that takes about 45 minutes. This is going to show you where all this pressure is leaking. The link's in the description. Go do it. It's free, it's fast, and it will tell you exactly what you need to work on. Until then, remember, the pressure isn't the problem. Your untrained mindset is.